Hey everyone, it's Your Name here. And let's be honest, we all crave a little bit of adventure in our lives. The wilderness, with its raw beauty and untamed spirit, calls to us, and nothing beats the thrill of packing a backpack and heading out into the great outdoors for a camping trip. But remember, out here, respect for nature is paramount, and a big part of that is knowing how to choose a safe and comfortable campsite. Your campsite can make or break your outdoor adventure. Let's explore how to choose the perfect spot to ensure safety, comfort, and unforgettable memories. Choosing the right spot can be the difference between a good night's sleep under the stars and a miserable night battling the elements. We'll cover everything from finding flat ground to avoiding potential hazards, ensuring you're well prepared to tackle the wild and enjoy every minute of it. First things first, you need to find a suitable spot for your camp. Now, when I say suitable, I mean a location that's safe, practical, and of course within the designated camping areas. Remember, we're guests in nature's home, and we need to respect the rules and regulations of the area. When you're scanning an area for a potential campsite, look for a spot that's on high ground. You don't want to wake up in the middle of the night in a puddle because you've camped in a ditch or a low-lying area. Rain can be unpredictable in the wild, and it's always better to be prepared. Trust me, waking up soaked is not a fun way to start the day. Now, while being close to a water source is essential for practicality, you don't want to be right on the water's edge. Always camp at least 200 feet away from any water sources like rivers, lakes, or streams. This serves two purposes. Firstly, it protects you from unexpected rises in water levels, and secondly, it helps protect the fragile ecosystems around the water from human impact. Another thing to keep in mind is the terrain. You don't want to be setting up camp on a steep slope or rocky terrain. Look for a relatively flat area that's free of large rocks, roots, and other obstacles. This will make pitching your tent much easier and more comfortable. Out in the wild, the wind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. A gentle breeze can be refreshing, but strong winds can make life pretty miserable, especially when you're trying to cook, sleep, or simply relax. So, when choosing a campsite, it's crucial to factor in wind direction and find natural windbreaks. Look for clusters of trees, large rocks, or even the contours of the land that can provide some shelter from the wind. These natural barriers can make a huge difference in temperature and comfort, shielding you from the elements. However, a word of caution: avoid camping directly under dead trees or branches. They can be unstable and pose a serious hazard, especially in strong winds. Remember, even if the weather seems calm when you're setting up camp, it's always best to be prepared. The weather in the wilderness can change in an instant, and it's always better to err on the side of caution. Now, while we want to immerse ourselves in nature, we also need to be mindful of accessibility and privacy. Ideally, you want to find a campsite that strikes a balance between being close enough to trails and resources, yet far enough from heavily trafficked areas to enjoy some peace and quiet. Being close to a trail means you don't have to trek miles through the wilderness to get to your campsite, especially after a long day of hiking. It also provides a reference point in case you need to find your way back. However, being too close to a trail can mean a lot of foot traffic and less privacy. Finding that sweet spot might require a bit of exploring, but trust me, it's worth it. A secluded campsite offers a sense of tranquility and allows you to truly connect with nature. One of the most exhilarating aspects of camping is sharing the wilderness with its incredible wildlife. But remember, we're visitors in their home, and it's crucial to treat them with respect and caution. When choosing a campsite, be mindful of signs of wildlife activity. Avoid areas with obvious animal trails or tracks, especially those of large mammals. You don't want to accidentally set up camp in the middle of a well-trodden animal path. Look for signs of animal dens, nests, or burrows, and give those areas a wide berth. Disturbing wildlife habitats can be dangerous and disruptive to the animals. Always store your food and scented items properly. Animals have a keen sense of smell, and even the faintest scent of food can attract unwanted visitors. Use bare canisters where necessary and hang your food bags high up on a tree branch, well away from your sleeping area. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about responsible camping. It's our duty to minimize our impact on the environment and leave our campsites as pristine as we found them. Always pack out everything you pack in, leaving no trash behind. This includes biodegradable waste like food scraps, which can attract animals and disrupt the natural ecosystem. Use established fire rings if available, and if not, build your campfire on a durable surface, clear of vegetation. Keep your fire small and manageable, and make sure it's completely extinguished before you leave your campsite. Avoid using soap or detergents in or near natural water sources. These chemicals can pollute the water and harm aquatic life. Remember, the goal is to leave no trace of our presence. Let's preserve the beauty of the wilderness for future generations to enjoy. So there you have it, folks. My essential tips for choosing the perfect campsite. Remember, preparation is key when venturing into the wild. By selecting a safe, comfortable, and responsible campsite, you're setting the stage for an unforgettable outdoor experience. Now get out there, explore, and embrace the adventure. Remember, the wilderness is waiting to be discovered, and with the right knowledge and respect, it can be a truly rewarding experience. Ready to become a camping pro? Subscribe for more tips and adventures. Happy camping!